Did you know that a Khajiit named Kesh has offered to help me commune with Periite? He asked me to acquire a Deathbell flower, flawless ruby, silver ingot, and some vampire dust. And here we are again. Having acquired those ingredients, I just found my flawless ruby a little while ago in a treasure chest. It was the only thing I was missing. Now I can go get literally the coolest shield in the game, Spellbreaker. But we gotta work for it a little bit.
This one needs something?
Yeah.
Ah, have you? Let Kesh have them. Yes, this will create a fine fume. That should do. Now, inhale deeply. Swift hunting.
Breathe deep, mortal. I would have you hear me well. So let these vapors fill your lungs. In a sense, but no more poison than a fool after too much wine. I have watched you for some time, you know. The decisions you've made intrigue me, and I wonder if you are the proper agent for a task of mine. I sent a blessing to Mundus, a wasting plague that infected a scattering of Breton villages. One of my monks, the elf Orchendor, was sent to gather these afflicted. He shepherded them into Bathardums for me, but has since lost his way. I will not stand for betrayal. I want you to go to Bathardums and kill Orchendor in my name. The pettiness of mortals. I had almost forgotten. I can grant you a powerful token for this task. An escutcheon of Dwemer make, capable of shielding you from both the spell and sword. Return when the elf lies dead, and it will be yours. An impertinent question. The elf must die. Either carry out my will or do not. You are not the only mortal agent I could choose. So you have, mortal. Go now. Kill Orchendor.
Yes? Not far, not far. This one looks upon it on clear days. Look to the west, at the foot of the mountain. The dwarven ruins there. Bathardums. Swift hunting.
We don't really need to know any more about Orchendor. So as he said, to the west. It's right there. And the best part, I've already been by there. We'll save a few seconds.
That's all you got?
And I have died. Step 1. Never underestimate your opponents in this game. Something I forget all too often. Especially when playing a somewhat weaker character like this one.
This one needs something? Ah, have you?
No, it's just fast forward through all this crap again. Alright.
Yes, this will create a fine view.
Come on, mix up my incense. I'll save it again after I do this, just in case of any more unsuspected deaths.
That should do. Now, inhale deeply.
Breathe deep, mortal. I have watched you. I would have you hear me well. So let the decisions you've made intrigue you. And I wonder if you are the proper agent for a task of mine. I sent a blessing to
I
Mundus.
can't fast forward through it.
A wasting plague that infected a scattering of Breton villages. One of my monks, the elf Orchendor, was sent to gather these afflicted. He shepherded them into Bathardums for me, but has since lost his way. I will not stand for betrayal. I want you to go to Bathardums and kill Orchendor in my name. So you have, mortal. Go now. Kill Orchendor.
Hide over here behind the hill. Run a quick game save. Alright. Let's maintain some sneakiness about this.
Sup?
How much? How you doing? Summer Ruins are always my favorite dungeon sprawl.
And I'm playing Skyrim and watching you play. I find it fun to do both so it doesn't get boring.
I agree. To me, this is one of those games that's just as much fun to watch somebody play as it is to play it yourself. And it has so much replay value because you can play different styles with different characters, which is kind of what I'm doing at the moment. I usually like straight tanks or straight thieves, but this is kind of a mix of all three of those, with some deep amounts of magic thrown in. Oh look, we're sleeping.
What race are you playing as?
We're a dark elf. And just remember, this is one of those kind of non-linear Dwemer ruins where you get a little bit of free roam. I'm trying to remember my way around a little bit.
Be right back, bub.
You got it. Okay, so I killed that guy already. We've gone in a circle. Right on. That goes onward to our destination, if I remember correctly. gonna run into some baddies here shortly that aren't sleeping.
Harryite, heed our call if you deem us worthy. Our leader, or Chenderer, has led us here, and for that we are thankful. He has shown us that our suffering is not a punishment, but a blessing.
Yes, a blessing. For many months we have sought your guidance, yet we have heard nothing from you. If we do not please you, give us a sign so that we may
I
understand
can't
why.
make my mind up on which race I should play as.
We are lost without your guidance.
It's tough since each one has its own perks. I chose the Dark Elf for this particular playthrough because it's on the itinerary that I'm going to become a vampire with it.
That soon you will show yourself to us.
And the Dunmer 50% resistance to fire will
Show yourself
cancel
to
out
us.
the
Until
50%
that
weakness
day,
to fire by
we'll continue to
allowing
devote our
yourself to
lives
go
you
unfed.
and suffer for you.
Yes, suffer for you.
What was that?
Who's?
What's your favorite race? I like the Redwards.
Redguard's actually one I haven't played a character as yet. See, typically the first time I played Skyrim on the PS3 when I got it, and then on this one I got the special edition. I did an Orc on the PS3 and a Nord on this. So I'm really fond of tanks. But I'd say my favorite to play is Khajiit. And it's not even because of their power to be able to see in the dark. It's just because they're cats. I love cats. And then they're also just super cool to play at deep as. You know, strong bow skills, stealing, sneaking, pickpocketing. Aside from heavy armor, two-handed weaponry, and blocking, this character is currently pretty well rounded out across the board. Not quite level 31 yet. Well, I'm not doing any heavy warrior stuff with this one. I might later, just for the sake of, you know, leveling up, make skills legendary later. Oh, look, there's people up there. Okay, this seems like a good place to pop a quick save, because you never know when you might die in this game. It was funny, last night I did the Diedrich quest for Meridia to get the Dawnbreaker, and the minute I completed the quest, I made it outside, I ended my broadcast, and a cultist of Boethia came up and beat the living crap out of me, and I had to go fight Malenkor all over again, and it took me another 2 or 3 tries without dying. Oh, wrong spell. There we go. Sometimes I just like to step back.
Everyone likes to talk about the Redwards because I watch a lot of lore videos.
Yeah, and like the one thing I am kind of excited for is the rumor is that with Elder Scrolls 6, the next one they come out with, we're actually going to be tripping back to the Daggerfall, Hammerfell area. So I think it's gonna have something to do with the Redguard. So I'll probably play a Redguard with that one just because it fits.
heard that too. It's supposed to be called Redfall Elder Scrolls 6.
I'm really excited because as much as I like Elder Scrolls Online, but it's just not. I don't like the fact that there's some dungeons that if you want to go play them, you have to buy them. Microtransactions are irritating. I'll take your money. I don't want to be bogged down with the lighter stuff right now on this trip.
I'm still playing on the Xbox 360.
There's nothing wrong with that. I actually don't own any Xbox systems myself because most of the games I like to play are either cross-platform or like literally my favorite franchise of all time is God of War. So I'm on the PlayStation still. Definitely is the #1 reason is for God of War. But it sucks because a lot of the online games, a lot of my friends have Xbox Ones or 360s, and it's like I can't play online. But I was playing Destiny for a while, and all my friends that played Destiny were on Xbox. Okay, this is a dead end. That's definitely well worth it. I don't know if I have that enchantment yet, so it can be broken. Otherwise, it's a good amount of extra money. Map reference. Okay. I think I checked everything out back here.
I'm wanting to be a PC player because I like a lot of PC games and Skyrim is a lot better on PC, I hear.
I've heard the exact same thing multiple times over, and crazy fun life fact about me, I actually don't even own a computer. I was gifted a laptop a little over a year ago, but it's currently with a friend. It needs a new screen, and the hard drive, like all the program stuff, started to not work anymore. He's a computer expert, so he's gonna fix the screen on it and reinstall all the base programs. I got some other things. I mean, it's mostly just for like professional and internet use. I don't intend to use it as a gaming PC. Or a gaming laptop, rather. But no, I would love to play these games on, oh, hey! Wrong spell!
On PC and Scum on PC. A lot of PC games are so expensive because we can do a lot more on PC than consoles.
Yeah, that's like one of the things that irritates me playing this on consoles is like when a glitch happens or something. On consoles you can use the keyboard commands to fix errors of certain natures, and with the consoles on this you're just kind of stuck accepting what happens. Pressure plate. Stay back, Atronach. Don't walk on that. In fact, I might just wait for him to dissipate here, because I don't want him interfering with this thing. There you go. I'll pop a quick save real quick, too. Spinning blades equal death. See, I can go this way. See, even the afflicted don't do well with spinning blades. Huh. For some reason I thought that opened the gate. I don't think I could operate that manually. I always learn something new every time I play through different dungeons of this game. It's friggin' awesome. Oh, hey. You don't say. One of my favorite responses from NPCs in this game is when you walk around cities with like a conjured bow like this out and you walk up and get in their face and they're like, "Oh, the pretty colors."
LOL, I never noticed that.
It's something I just recently noticed because I don't, when I play, I don't typically use bound weapons. Anytime I have played with magic users and use conjuration, it's usually for the Atronachs. I've dabbled with Raising Dead a little bit. But actually, I was having a lot of fun with the bound weapons playing this character early on, because I was playing heavy on the magic and trying to avoid carrying. I was actually using robes and everything. I'm trying to boost up my light armor skill here a bit. Ultimately, I'd like to be equipped with light armor that has enchantments which boost my magicka and my magicka regen. I'll just stand back here and mess with them. They'll just keep coming. He didn't see that coming. Yeah. Come on, Brute, get out of the way. I like to close the doors. Rumor has it from players abound that closing the open doors in the game actually help it run faster and better. I think it was more of an issue on the PS3 because the PS3 version of this was really bad. I gotta keep my eye out for pressure plates because I don't have that perk with the sneak skill right now. Well, the way I've been raising my skill points with this character, at least for now, once I get enough magic points, I'll probably alter it. But for every 2 times I've raised the magic points, I raise the health, and then I raise the magic 2 more, and then I raise the stamina. I've just been going back and forth like that. So, see. I would love to be sitting on a perk point when that hits 75, so I can get expert. Or, I mean, this is almost, yeah, I'm gonna sit on this perk point for a minute. Are you serious? At least these guys aren't the ones that blow up.
What was that?
How rude to just go around throwing up on people. That way. It's been a while since I played through this particular. I think there's one more area after this one. Yeah. Do this again. Usually my general rule is if I transition through a door into a new area, that's when I save it. Sometimes I get a little excited and forget, and then I wind up having to replace stuff. But because of how, like, I don't know, I'm still paranoid about how Skyrim operates on consoles a little bit. So when, I play it, I shut up all the autosave options.
I learned the hard way not to mess with the accurate at a low level.
Yeah. And we're gonna do a potion because it's gonna be quicker. This is their attacks aren't what the problem is. It's that throwing up on you. It does so much damage. Good. Can never have enough lockpicks. Well, I guess you can. No. Oh, this is a one-off area.
Are you asleep? I know you can't hear me, brother. I don't like it when you come. I've been here so
You should go to Solstheim to get the Morar tongue armor.
Kendor promised a place where we would be accepted and taken care of. He promised Perryite would be present at all times and give us comfort in our
Oh,
suffering.
I forget about that. That's actually a really good idea.
I have not felt Perryite's
Those are the
presence.
Dunmer assassins. That would make sense.
I want to leave this place.
Maybe I'll make a little alteration and go over there for a little bit. After I do this, I'm going to do another broadcast because I'm going to go after the Mask of Clavicus Vile next. Just for fun. But also I want to do a video broadcast of that because I was talking to my brother about it yesterday. He's played this.
It would go good with the Dark Elf Vampire build.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely would. Because I know I've stumbled upon that playing as other characters. But I didn't use it with them because it was usually a tank or a thief.
So you're getting off? Or just starting another video?
No, I'm going to start another video after I finish this one. I'll probably take a little break in between. Yeah, I'm actually catching some little, like, talking bits I feel I've missed, because being a tank, a lot of times I just rush in and kill stuff. It's kind of cool to hear some of the little background story going on some of these quests. I like wandering the wilds of Skyrim and just finding the random happenings that occur behind the scenes. Like, I was up in the mountains to the southwest of Solitude, and I ran into... It appeared to be
Thanks, cool, I liked and subscribed.
Hey, thank you. I ran into a group of wolves that had, they attacked me. They were still alive, but you could clearly tell that they had just had a battle with an elf that was trying to, like, unlock a treasure chest, and he met his end miserably with them. Oh. I know it's faster if you equip the pickaxe and just swing at it. I'll take a moment to have a peanut butter cup. Leftover Halloween candy is great gamer grub. Didn't think you could get up here this way. But I know there's a spot later where you come out on top of that roof, I think. Plus, I'm getting this place confused with another Dwemer one. No, it's right there.
I like to wander the wild in Skyrim and roleplay as a hunter.
It's funny you mentioned that. I think everybody who plays Skyrim enjoys it for that reason. To create little, like, alter ego characters that do different things that don't necessarily involve dragons or civil war. I actually created a character, and I named it the Homely Herbalist. And it's a Bosmer wood elf. And it, literally, I was just going to play it up as a hunter-gatherer, alchemist. I've already been over there. I can't swear to it, but I think there's a door that comes out on that ledge later. Ooh.
Alchemy and enchanting are the two most important things in Skyrim.
They are, for real. Because if you don't improve your alchemy skill, then you're stuck buying healing potions if they're going to be worth a crap to do anything for you later on. Which I will eventually invest points in the alchemy tree with this guy. Or rather, female. It's a female. And the enchanting, like, that's going to be critical to do what I want to do with this character later, which is don them in light armor, but to have a lot of the same enchantment perks as, like, say, you know, robes of conjuration. I think my favorite perk for any skill in this game is the level 100 enchanting perk of being able to put 2 enchantments on the same item. It's so broken. Because you can put frost and electricity enchantments on the same weapon, and you can effectively deal with strong mages and strong fighter types alike, because you can drain their magic and their stamina.
The best way to level up alchemy. Combine all 3 to level up fast.
Thanks for that pro tip, and I'm glad that's been left in a comment, because I picked that up somewhere along the way and I forgot what 3 it was. I watched a video on YouTube. I think there's a couple different combinations, but they both involve 3 ingredients. Right now I'm using the Lover Stone, but when I get into wanting to specifically level up one block of stuff really fast, I'll just go back to the Guardian Stones and switch that. But right now I kind of wanted a balance. I was trying to blast her into the razors.
You think you stand a chance? Yes!
here to help a friendly Elder Scroll player. I know more of Skyrim than any other Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah, that's how I am the same way with this, and like I said, I really appreciate it, because there's still stuff that I'm, you know, I learn new stuff every time I choose to make a playthrough of this game. The only other two Elder Scrolls games I have played are Oblivion and Elder Scrolls Online. I liked Oblivion. The only thing I didn't like about it was the major minor skill leveling up system. I thought that was kind of irritating. But the game itself, I love playing that. And I'd really like to see them make an online version, well, not an online, like a digital version to buy on the PlayStation Store of this for the PS4. Yeah. Probably nothing super critical, but... You never know where there's hidden treasure chests in this game. One thing I've never done is invested in the one lockpicking skill that gives you a better chance of finding unique treasure, and I would like to do that just to see what the game throws out at you.
If only played Skyrim, but big fan of Elder Scrolls and its lore.
Absolutely. I think as far as like background history of like the geography and the cultures and the peoples and what has happened over the thousands of years, it's very in depth. Oh, okay, I remember this area. That was a cool shot. It just dawned on me. I do want that leather armor, light armor perk, but we can have more fun if we do this. Oh, I'm 1 point away. It's okay. It'll only take me a little bit longer to get that. It's just funny to me to surprise your enemies by suddenly placing an Atronach in their face. Of course. They're also useful for distract. Oh dear. Fuck it, I got this. I missed!
That's the best you can do!
It sounded like he laughed when I did that. Alright. If I was playing more of a straight deep fight with super sneaking abilities at this point, I would have taken him out with that guy. And I was definitely wrong about how many different areas there were in this place. The thing about Dwemer Ruins is so many of them I get them mixed up. Some of them are huge. And then there's others like Raldbathar that lead into underground catacombs with Falmer that I hate. How's it going, green boy?
Is someone there?
Yes, someone is here.
You're mine. Come on! I'll see you in pieces. Mercy!
I was healing.
Well, run off.
He must have run off.
Yes.
I had to backtrack through a couple little areas. It happened.
What difficulty you on?
Currently playing on normal. We're right in the middle ground. The only time I've ever turned the difficulty up is when I've gotten a character leveled so high that the game literally just becomes easy. It's a bloodbath for your character to engage in with others. I pop my head out this door, I'll save it again, just in case I have any more accidents with the afflicted. Of course, he didn't spot the guys coming, so he's gonna come back towards me. Oh, there they are. I got a better idea. Oh, it won't reach from here. If I remember it, that clears out this area. Wrong. That's okay. That's the Dragonborn's way of saying, I want to kill you, but your posturing is all wrong. Savages don't know how to close doors. I thought that sounded familiar. Arcanex. Now we are in our area. Just for the sake of conversation, what's everybody's favorite geographical part of Skyrim to, like, go exploring in? What does everybody like? I know there's people out there that prefer the Rift because of the pretty colors on the trees. The Reach is good for a barren mountain view. I actually am preferable to the East March Hot Springs. That's kind of my favorite area to just wander around in.
Spell crate lol, I don't know how to spell.
I think you got it right, except for the I supposed to be an A. But I don't judge people on their spelling of such things. Even though I do consider myself a little, like, in a humorous sense, not like the straightforward, like, nasty about it sense, but I like to correct people's grammar and punctuation and spelling. Lightheartedly.
The woodland areas are my favorite.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. We can't even go fight the elf until we deal with this monstrosity. Where is it? I know it's coming. I can hear it. Oh, that looks kind of epic. It's Dwarven Centurion fighting a Frost. I wish I had a Storm Atronach. That would be even better. You're not supposed to be over here, but
I wish the Elder Scrolls 6 was in elsewhere or in the area where the wood elves are from lol, I forget.
Yeah, Valenwood. Yep. Yeah, I would love a game committed to just, like, elsewhere, and, Valen would be cool, too, just because of the moving trees.
I like the hunting vibe.
Yep. That, and I remember the one part of, the lore that Valenwood cities are migratory trees, so that would be really cool to see them bring that to life. I did not want to confront that monstrosity head-on with this style of character, because I would have gotten my ass handed to me. Actually operate that? No, that would be cool. Well, that's not quite what I wanted.
I like the Nords because they're like Vikings, and I like the Red Guards because they're like pirates.
Very cool. Yeah, that's why I like the Nords, because they're very Viking-ish. Since I first started this on the PS4, when I got my PS4, I picked up the special edition, because I wanted to see exactly how different this played from the PS3 version, and it's a lot smoother. But yeah, I played a Nord, just tanked out, heavy armor, two-handed weapons, just absolutely brutal.
I like men, not elves. Storm cloaks for the win.
Yes. I think I've only ever sided with the Imperial Legion once. Which I'm gonna do that with this character. I'm gonna side with the Imperial Legion while at the same time completing the Assassin's Guild questline so I can murder the Emperor and becoming a vampire.
The Imperials are the Thalmor's biatches.
Yes, they are. They've been brainwashed. The Thalmor are Tamriel's version of Big Brother in popular government. Okay, so our mark is literally on the other side of that post there. So I know I just saved it, but we're going to do it again. That way, if this guy wastes me, I can just... We're actually going to go with the bound bow, so I can stay away from him.
The High Elves are more racist than the Nords.
Yes, and they don't like the Dark Elves in Windhelm very much, do they?
Never should have. Scared.
You ain't getting
reason
away.
why the Nords don't like the Dark Elves is because the Dark Elves gods are Gadranadadra like the other races in Elder Scrolls.
Ah, that is very true. Azura is their primary deity. And Boethia displays herself as itself as a dark elf as well. Okay, I already read that skill book. And we'll just rob you blind.
Bothia is non-gender LOL.
That's kind of what I figured. I think that's more of a it, because she's referred to in the book that you get to initiate the quest here. She's liberal. I love it. That's awesome. But yeah, she's Boethia is described as being a prince and also being female. So it's like I gathered that was one of the non-gender deities. I think Azura's the same way too. The shield that we're about to get is going to save my life with some of my other endeavors later on down the line. Oh, how many of you have ever played through Thunderstone Gorge and died because of all the fireballs being flung at you, but this helps with that.
Azura is female and sure.
Okay.
Well done, mortal. All things are in their order, and Orchendor roams the pits. His betrayal will be punished, and your obedience is rewarded. Go, seek your fate. I will be watching, and perhaps we will meet again afterwards. Did you leave any alive? The afflicted are mere vessels for my blessing. It will spread to others through their touch and my own.
Yeah, I really liked how he was portrayed in Oblivion.
Another overseer will replace.
And this one, when you summon him the first time, you can see the little, like, spirit rats. The spirit
For
beavers.
now, all is cleansed and ordered. Embrace order and hard truth, mortal. Goodbye.
This thing is so dope. Protects up to 50 points worth of spells.
Who is your favorite Dedra?
I am definitely particular to Sheogorath. He just cracks me up. How ridiculous. That was actually one of my favorite parts about Oblivion was the Shivering Isles add-on. It was just a lot of fun. Just bizarre, weird madness. It's like, it's kind of like the Alice Through the Looking Glass contribution to the Elder Scrolls. Yeah, yeah. So there we are, like efficiently comboed up now. This is like my favorite weapon shield combo when using them. Super handy against everything. I love the wave effect. Well, I am going to call this broadcast for now. Thanks, guys, for hanging out and watching. I'm going to make up some breakfast, and I'm going to go take care of some of the boring, mundane stuff that happens when you go back to town in Skyrim. Drop my weight down, store some stuff. Maybe craft some things, get my level to go up a little more. Yeah, it's just dark and twisted. It's actually, I mean, just reading through the, I mean, he just let out a long sigh, and then of a sudden, I'm sure it's supposed to say all of a sudden, he was gone. Just with the power of her own voice killing people. Have mercy upon us. When 2 blinks destroy somebody. Yeah. Definitely, you get the very godlike impression from Boethia. Molag Ball's pretty nasty too. Out of all the Daedric artifacts that you can acquire outside of the one from Hermaeus Mora, the Augma Infinium, because that just is awesome for no matter what style you're playing. Molag Ball's Daedric artifact, the mace, is my absolute favorite, because if you want to do enchanting, it's super useful with its soul trap ability, and it does a lot of damage. So if you pop back in about maybe half an hour, I'm gonna, after I make breakfast and stop into the Whiterun, I'm gonna head off to Valkyrie. And we're going to go do Clavicus Vile's mission, which I haven't even been to Hamar's Shame yet.
Who was
so
the guy in Moro?
we'll
I'm the guy that was half high elf and dark elf. He had both blue and yellow skin.
Now, if you're talking about the actual game Morrowind, the Elder Scrolls 3, I've never played that. Because they didn't make it for the PlayStation, and I didn't have an Xbox or PC. I would actually love to see them do, like, versions of Morrowind and Oblivion as digital downloads for the next-gen consoles. Because I would love a chance to actually play Morrowind. I've gone to Morrowind in Elder Scrolls Online, and I love the environment over there. Alright guys, I'll catch you back in a little bit. See ya!